King Henry II was lightly wounded, but has returned to command. Oh, well, that's a relief. Anyway, the Welsh lost 40%. We lost 7%. We're up to 4 stages 1. Prestige is glorious. We have gained a fortress and got some score. Now, we move on to 1163. Having forced Owen ap Griffith of Gwynedd to swear fealty in 1157, you have now invaded Deheubarth in South Wales to punish its ruler Rhys ap Griffith, who submitted in 1158 but has since reneged. Rhys has, perhaps foolishly, decided to offer battle. Now, there's a couple of things we need to do here. One is offer battle, which is this choice here. And before that, we have to go here and detach some units as garrisons. Because we conquered North Wales, we can't take our entire army into South Wales. We have to leave some back in North Wales as garrisons. So let's go ahead and do that. So we must detach between 29 and 630 points worth of troops as garrisons. If you detach more than minimum, the difference will be added to the reinforcement points for next turn. So we are expecting 73 reinforcement points, but they're going to be automatically used to bring our units up to full strength. So basically, we're going to have no reinforcements. This was a really, because we did so well in that previous battle, we only have to detach a little bit. So basically, one unit worth 29 points is going to miss the next battle. Otherwise, the entire army is going to go in. So why don't we send? Is there a strategic map? No, there's not. No. You know, the older game by Byzantine, which was Pike and Shot. They put out a game called Pike and Shot. Yeah, it was Pike and Shot. What's the name? What was the name of it? Pike and Shot Campaigns or something like that. And that did have some very basic strategic maps that you could do for the campaign mode. But there's no campaign map in this. Yeah, it's just choice-based. So what they did was, when Field of Glory 2 came out, instead of doing what they did in Pike and Shot, what they did was, as you may remember, they got a completely different developer, which was Ajod, to design Field of Glory Empires. And Field of Glory Empires was a complete standalone strategic game, kind of like Europa Universalis, right? Complete standalone strategy game. Map of Europe from Ireland all the way down to India. And if you fought a battle in Field of Glory Empires, you could export it out of that game into Field of Glory 2 and fight the tactical battle in Field of Glory 2. And then when that tactical battle was done, you could export it back into Field of Glory Empires. Many of you will remember that, and that was awesome. It was so much fun. So yeah, that's what they've been doing with Field of Glory 2. They haven't gone back to their own campaign system. But they did come out with a really, really innovative transfer that I just outlined to Field of Glory Empires. So, yeah, that's how that's shaken out. So right now the campaigns are just choice-based. Anyway, here's a defensive spearman. He's worth exactly 29 points. Let's go ahead and use him to go to garrison. And that is going to be that. So now we go into battle. All of these units have taken losses, but you notice some of them have went up in quality. We've gone from superior. Some of these knights are now highly superior. So some of these units have gained experience levels. It's an interesting choice. I wish they would add more different types of fight, like ambushes. Yeah, where's the manual? There are different kind of fights. Like they do have ambushes. They do have they do have a battle where you have supply wagons that you're trying to move down the road, and you get ambushed from all sides. They do have a battle type like that, and they do come up in the campaign. They do have delaying actions where you have a vastly superior force, and you've got to fight a rearguard action to hold them off for X number of turns. They have a battle like that. They have They have relieving sieges. They have defending sieges. From relief forces. They have different. They do have different battle types, and some of them force you to take the initiative. Like there are some battle types that are the delaying action would be a good example where you have to rout the enemy force. If you don't, then the enemy automatically wins. So there are some battles that are like that that change the victory conditions somewhat. But here you can see, yeah, some of our spearmen. Yeah, some of our spearmen have gone up in level. Like these raw spearmen. These used to be troop quality raw. Now they've all promoted themselves to below average. So we have a pretty experienced foot. Like our Galwegian foot is now average plus, above average. Yeah, we have some highly superior knights now. So yeah, we've done pretty good. We got some experienced units now. So let's go ahead and hit accept. Yeah, I'm happy. And now we offer battle. So here we go. Yeah, they're basically like supply wagons. They move down the road. So here we see we have this is a straight up battle. This is an open field battle. And so we have to rout 40% of their troops and 25% more, or the first person to hit 60% loses. So those are the two ways of routing the enemy off the battlefield. And I have, wow, they gave me 8 points. Wow. So I can't, there's nothing worth 8 points here, so we're going to have to just begin the battle. Now we set up. Okay. Boy, this is going to be I can tell you right now, this is going to be kind of a tough battle for the Welsh. There's not a lot of bad terrain. The Welsh are medium infantry, so the only way they can stand up to heavy spearmen like I have is to go into bad terrain. Now there's some rough terrain up on these hills, but it looks like I'm going to be able to grab them before he does. Okay, because his front line is way the hell back here. What I'm guessing he's gonna do is he's probably gonna defend up along this hill and force me to come to him. That would be my guess, because it would be probably a bad idea for him to try to cross this open ground, especially with the number of knights I have. So let's go ahead and plan on that. So we'll probably end up having to assault his line. Yeah. Yeah, there are different kind of battle types. I wonder if I can bring them up. See if I can get the manual. Can I reach the manual from here? Let me see. I think I have to go out to the installer to bring up the manual, which is okay. But yeah, the manual lists all the different battle types. There's like about 8 different battle types. There's not just field battles. Right. Yeah, here's our Welsh. We got some Welsh over here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and plan on initially taking this rough ground up here. We'll use the Welsh to do that. Where's our Galwegians? Is there armor attachments or unit mods? No. Sadly, no. Yeah, tell you what, let's move the longbowmen down here. Put them here. So this will be the Welsh division. I got more Welsh over here. Yeah, let's put these Welsh here so they can grab this rough patch. Or I could put the archers there, actually. It's an even better idea. Put knights over here on this flank. Who's our commander-in-chief? There's Henry. Henry, you need to be more careful next time. Gave us quite a scare there that last battle. Oh yeah, this guy is paired with this guy. Put these guys over here. Alright, so we got these raw spearmen. Let's put one there. Mounted crossbowmen. Let's put those over on this flank. And I'll attach him to this general. Let me put you... Actually, that's not a bad place to be. Yeah, we'll put these guys in the center. That's fine. These guys are going to run up and grab that hill. That's going to be great. Yeah, the Welsh are going to be tough on this hill and these rough hexes. Matter of fact, let's put the archers here, and then I'll move the other Welsh down to here. Then we'll plug the gap there with a raw spearman. Let's put some raw spearmen back here. Yeah, put one there, put one over here. The reserves. This cavalry force will go here on the flank. So King Henry's going to be back here with these guys. So I only have one general for the entire infantry line. Let's go ahead and transfer him to the center. At least he's got a good command command area. Let's move him into here. Trying to see if I can get I can't quite get these guys in there though. Tell you what, let's move these raw spearmen off. Have you move in. That way everybody's in command range. Move the crossbows to here. Does the AI know that there are enemy archers at force before you even make a move? No, they don't unless they can see them. See, the thing about the forest is they do conceal units. So it's like these guys here and here, my Welsh longbowman, he can't see them because they're in a forest. He will be able to see them if I shoot or he moves adjacent to them. But right now they're kind of like in ambush position. Thing is, though, I'm not going to keep them there. I'm actually going to move up to the hill. Yeah, I'm going to probably move the two knights to here onto this part of the hill. And then, yeah, the Welsh are going to hold this hill. That's assuming that he's going to attack, which I don't think he is. I think he's going to try to defend his own hills, which is going to force me to come up with a new plan. What I try to do is I try to come up with a defensive plan first, and then I see what the enemy does. If the enemy charges me, then that's great. Then I'm ready for them. If he sits on his doofus and does nothing, then I have to come up with an offensive plan. But then I have time to do that. So we'll see what the Welsh decide to do. Is to see if they're going to be offensive or defensive. But yeah, I think that's my setup. I think that's good. The only thing I might want to do is move these guys over here. So we have all our light troops on that flank. Or we could put them over here. let's do that. Yeah, these guys are definitely in ambush mode. Tell you what, let's move the other one out here too. And then let's put them in the same formation. Okay, I think we're done. Let's begin. Okay, what do we got? Oh, they are moving forward with the light troops. Oh, with this whole army. Wow, okay. Well, he might just be taking defensive positions, so we'll have to wait and see. He's got a whole bunch of longbowmen in the center, back here. Spearmen. He's got some javelins here. He's got some noble cavalry here. There's the commander-in-chief. Longbows, longbows. About 50% longbows, 50% spearmen. Yeah, I think how this is going down is we're probably going to have to charge his longbowmen because he has so many. They can do a lot of damage if we just let them shoot at me till the cows come home. So we obviously don't want to do that. Oops. Okay, that was a terrible move. Undo that, please. Undo, not pause. Oh, shit. That's going to slow down my taking of this hill. I do want to move forward with everybody, right? Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, let's keep you hidden in the forest. Are these fights only against the Welsh? Oh no, oh no, no. On Monday we fought. We started out by fighting. We started out by fighting fellow English in the Civil War. Then we fought the French because the French were moving on our Angevin territories. And then we went back to fighting English against the pretender Stephen. And then during the interlude earlier today, we found out that the Civil War ended by negotiation. So now King Henry is in charge, who was, I guess, Empress Matilda's sister, or a son, excuse me, who got adopted by Stephen and became the heir. So the Civil War is done. And Stephen is dead. He died, quote unquote, of a stomach disorder, quote unquote. And so now Henry is king. And now we're fighting the Welsh. Now after we finish with the Welsh, then they're going to send us off to another campaign. But I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say who it is. But it's going to be a non-Welsh person. I'll give you a small hint. They wear kilts. Yeah, you'll never be able to guess it from that hint. Ugh. Okay. All right, that looks good. Let's see what they do. Are they going to keep coming at us, or are they going to stop on these hills? Let's wait and find out. He's definitely moving up the light troops. I wouldn't mind it at all if he attacked, because then we could just charge down off of our hills into his bowmen. Yeah, his bowmen, he's got nothing but longbowmen here. Longbowmen are actually not bad at hand-to-hand combat, because if you notice, they do have a knife and a sword, but they are unprotected armor, Yeah, they're actually pretty strong if they're in a forest or something like that. But yeah, heavy infantry spearmen should be able to make short work of them if I can charge them. What we got here? Light longbowmen here. Right. Let's go ahead and get the high ground versus that longbowman. And let's give him some javelins. And then I will give you some javelins. Yeah, this is a pretty good size hill. It's 200 meters. So I'm just gonna wait for them up on this hill. Because why not? Yeah, let's stop right here. Well, because I don't want to send anybody into the rough patch. The Welsh are going to be right at home here in the rough terrain on a hill. This is exactly what they're into. Let's move my longbows to here. Let's shoot at these. Such a waste of arrows to shoot at light cavalry because they're all dispersed. It's hard to do serious archery damage to light horse. So I kind of hate to use my longbows to shoot at them. Yeah, I'd much rather shoot at a juicy infantry target. But we gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta get rid of these guys. Because otherwise they're gonna throw javelins at my knights. And who wants that? Who has time for that? These guys are just gonna hide out for now. Oops. Yeah, because these guys will probably try to move up, and then we could send these skirmishers out to ambush them. So we got our Galwegians there. It's interesting. Yeah, you know what I suspect he's going to do? I suspect he's going to move to within 4 hexes and then start shooting at me with the bows from long range. So then I'll have to charge his bowmen. At least it'll be an open ground, so once we catch him, we'll have an advantage. But it's gonna be hell to reach him through all those arrows. Okay. So before I hit end turn, I need to take a quick break, but I'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, end turn. He is moving up. So he's probably going to start shooting at me. 1, 2, 3. He's almost in range. Oh, those guys are in range. Well, if those guys are in range, these guys are in range. So we'll see what they do. Okay, charges with his javelin horse. He's gonna harass my archers. Oh shit. I'll start taking some casualties from all these missiles. Yeah, he's opening up at long range just like I thought he would. He's got so many bows that he can... If he shoots all his ammunition, he could basically disrupt my entire line if I just let him do that. So... Yeah, that's the thing about the... That's the interesting thing about missile units in this game. Strategically, what you do is you put them into a place where they do a lot of damage, and then the enemy has a choice. They can either attack, which they may not want to do because they're in a nice defensive mountain position like I'm in, or they can attack to try to stop the archers. And you can stop getting missile fire in two ways. You can actually attack the missile unit, or even attack a non-missile unit. Like if I were to attack these spearmen, we would be in melee and he couldn't shoot arrows at me. So the way missile troops in this game tend to work is they tend to force you to do an attack that you might ordinarily not want to do. So that's kind of what they're doing. They're kind of trying to goad me into attacking them, which will probably succeed because these longbows are very powerful. So then I have to charge him. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Spearmen are not generally known for their offensive ability, and that's mostly what I have. So I think he's gambling that my spearmen will kind of botch the charge, which is not impossible. Now I could go charging at his bowmen with knights, but then the problem becomes the knights will end up unsupported amongst his infantry units, and that's a recipe for disaster right there. All right, let's go ahead and start on this flank. I'm going to go ahead and try to do some casualties to these light troops of his. Gotta disrupt, that's good. Now, another thing about missile fire is if you do enough casualties, you can get a morale check and a disruption. Now, the thing about missile fire is you can never get more than one morale check in a round from missile fire alone. So the fact that I disrupted this guy means if I shoot at him again, there's not going to be any more morale checks. So that it was for this guy, for example, we might be better off shooting over here instead. Oh, and I also have to watch out. He's got some cavalry up here. Alright, got a morale check on there. Let's go ahead and take charge at these guys, the knights. Okay, see, this is the problem. Now the knights have gotten way, way out ahead of themselves. I was afraid of that. I was hoping he would only charge this one and not that one, because now, yeah, now this knight is gonna got some problems. He's gotten himself into some trouble, so let me bring up his friend. You impetuous fool, Roland. You impetuous fool. No. Not to go that far forward, because now you're up against noble cavalry, Welsh spearmen, and a longbowman. We're actually going to shoot you at close range. Not good. Not good. Well, let's see what we can do about that. In the meantime, what are we going to do about this? I guess what we have to do is charge. But before I do that, let me do this stuff on the flank. So I can either do javelins 2 to 10, or I could attack him with... And because of the high ground, we have a pretty good advantage. And we fragment him good, so he's probably going to break. This battle... well, that's not great, not great. But since we're going to order a general charge anyway, might as well go. Yeah, everybody is just basically going to come screaming down off the hill at him. That's how it's going to go, except maybe these guys, these archers, will stay behind. Let's have these guys shoot these guys. Yeah, look at how much damage we can do from the high ground. And this is at long range, too. Can you imagine close range? Now, I also have mounted crossbows, but they're too far away to shoot. Disrupt. So you got a morale check on that guy. Go. We only want to charge his archers, not his spearmen. Well, maybe his spearmen. We'll have to see what the odds are. We'll probably do terrible on the charge phase, but then we'll have an advantage in the subsequent melee phases. Okay, is everybody moved? I think so. Looks like it. Looks like he chases away my crossbows. The spearmen come in on my spearmen. He was slightly disadvantaged. He attacked anyway and got a draw. Yeah, he's doing more massed missile fire. He might get some disrupts here. I'm getting morale checked, yep. But we'll be hopefully in melee with them next turn. And then the pain will end. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Ouch. Longbowman on a hill. I'm getting more morale checks here. Yeah, we charged none too soon because we can't endure this pain much longer. Okay, his archer broke. Our light cavalry pursues. It's the first running away of the battle. That is the second running away of the battle. But there goes my knights off in pursuit. So hopefully they will stop pursuing soon and come back to the main battle. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright. Now this will be an interesting turn. First things first. Right, let's go up here with the crossbows. Maybe shoot at them from the hill or something. Interesting. Right, so our archers got him at pretty close range. I can do that. I can do 4 to 16. Or I can do turn and do 4 to 14. These raw spearmen can charge him down the hill. Yeah, a 9% win is not bad for a raw spearman. That's actually even, and then we win on the subsequent rounds. So, yeah. We can charge these longbows and obviously win. Yeah, generally speaking, when you see all these longbows pointing at you, you want to get into melee as quickly as possible, because the enemy cannot shoot at you with missile fire if you're in melee, and it doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter what unit you're meleeing. It could be anyone. I'm just trying to decide who of these I should shoot. They're all so good targets. They're all so juicy. Now, let me see what this raw spearman can do. Oh, I see. You gotta charge that guy. I got it. Yeah, see, you're actually slightly disadvantaged on the impact, but you will win the battle eventually, as long as we don't disrupt. We should win the subsequent melee phases. That's gonna be good too. Okay. Oh, these are... Oh, that's the Galwegans, that's why. You gotta charge that one, alright. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, let's shoot these guys. Charge these guys, come screaming down the hill. Indecisive, but we're gonna have the long-term edge. You move into position here. You have to charge him because of the zone of control. That's fine, we'll do that. Okay, indecisive is good. I guess we're gonna send the cavalry against this one, because I can't leave my cavalry sitting out in the open getting shot by longbows. Gotta disrupt. You get to charge. You get your choice of which one of these you want to charge. Probably this one. And Galwegans pushed him back. So you go for this one. Ouch. Okay, we lost the battle, but we held firm. Subsequent melee rounds will go a lot better for us. Yeah, so basically these four are going to attack these four. Bow. Oh, wait, you can't. Why not? I guess we have to start on this end. That's actually pretty good. Excellent. Got to disrupt. Yeah, then you go for this one. 13-13. Indecisive, excellent. You go for this one. Indecisive, very good. And then you move into position here, get ready to charge that one. And you go here, get ready for the flank on this guy, who is in melee. 17-10, now we have a slight advantage. Indecisive. Right, now this guy is pinned by zone of control, so he can't charge. This guy could go for that one. There's a little problem with that is, if we're gonna go here first. Unless we go here. But if I turn this guy, if I face this guy, then I don't. Say my problem. The thing I'm worried about is getting flanked, so we're gonna be here attacking here. But if this guy, spearman turns to face, we can prevent the flank. So let's do that. Right, indecisive is good, and then this guy needs to turn this way. And then you go into this guy. Alright, so that largely almost neutralizes most of those longbowmen. Let's move Henry up a little bit. Monitor the situation. You need to threaten this guy on the hill. Oh, yo, that's going to be rough, though. Because, yeah, we're going to be on the low ground of the slope. Okay, you're actually not pursuing anymore. That's actually good news. Yeah, I need to get into combat because I'm going to get shot at by arrows, so let's charge those guys. Okay, they decided to stay and fight. That's fine. As long as we don't get flanked by any other cavalry. And I don't think that's likely for a while. Okay, here's my own longbowman. Shoot at his spearman. There in position. Let's take pot shots at this light horse. Sometimes that's the best way to kill light horses, through missile units, because they're so slippery otherwise. And if you shoot at them enough times, they'll eventually break. Yeah, see, this guy's he's lost almost half his strength. They only have 60 men in them, so casualties can mount. I don't think I want to charge. I think we want to face this way. And then these guys need to... I hate to do this, but yeah, we need to put pressure on these archers. Yeah, he's got one Welsh spearman, but we have two, so we'll have to rely on numbers. Like, if he turns this way, then we could charge him in the flank. Problem is, we're going uphill. That's the problem. But hopefully, we can beat his cavalry here before that happens, and that will save that flank. Anyway, these guys, let's move you to here. It's because we have a little gap there. And is anybody left to move? Yeah, these guys. What are we doing with these guys? These guys are just sitting and waiting, because I don't want to charge. Yeah, we don't want to charge. Don't want to do that. Okay, that's it. Battle has been joined. But we should have a pretty solid edge. We got heavy spearmen now in melee versus medium troops. It's going to form a square. Interesting. He's got a few archers that can still shoot. He's taking the shots. And here come the melees. There's a fragment. Excellent. There's a hold firm on the cavalry battle. He's greatly disadvantaged versus our spearmen, so we should win that fight eventually. Yeah, they're all greatly disadvantaged versus our spearmen in the open. So eventually, through raw attrition, we're going to win this battle, I think. Unless we get spectacularly unlucky. There's a fragment. The Galwegians are monsters out there with their two-handed axes. There's a break. Longbowmen panicking. Alright. Over to here. Now, are you still chasing? No, you're not. Good. I need you coming back this way. Takes you so long to turn around. You are still in pursuit. You are not. You know what you could? No, you can't. Before I decide what to do with you, let's run some of these battles that we have a huge advantage on, like this guy about to break. See if I can get them to break. I want to do these battles first because if they break, they might cause chain panicking down the line, and then all these subsequent attacks will become easier because then they'll disrupt and fragment. So that's why if you think you can rout a guy, you want to do those attacks first. So now he routs, and let's see what yeah, that guy held firm. Okay. Let's see how this battle goes. I held firm. Down here in the pit. I can shoot at his archers. From hilltop to hilltop. The crossbows. Might have been, actually, you know what, it might have been better to charge. Charge in here, maybe. Let's see how this attack goes first. There you go, I got a disrupt, so this charge is going to be a lot more effective. Goes up to 35%, and we get a draw. So we're putting the pressure on there. Now this little battle is going to go, yeah, see, we have a huge advantage now that we've gotten the charge phase over with. It's the charge phase where things are a little scary, but once you get into melee, then it's downhill from there. So this guy wants to charge to stop this guy from shooting. So I got a 23% of losing the impact, but if I do the impact and then don't break or fragment or disrupt or any of those bad things, as long as that doesn't happen, then the next round, the melee phase, it's going to be 36 versus 2 for a victory chance. So We just have to survive this charge round. And we do. We got a draw. Perfect. This is going to be an automatic route because he's fragmented and we have a flank. Here we go. 50-1. And 72-0. Okay, got some unlucky draws, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Now these guys, this is my commander. I guess we'll line up a flank. We'll go here and then we'll turn this way. Ready to flank that guy. And these guys have fought. Let's resolve these here. 58-1. There's a fragment, and but he falls back, unfortunately. So we can't quite rout him unless we move up. 62-0. There's a disrupt, but oh, he's pushed back, but we advance and we stay in combat. Good job. You to here. Now I could either charge these guys up the hill. That's actually not bad. Or these guys, which is a lot worse. Although it's tempting to charge these guys, the reason being because once I get these guys in combat, then these guys can move up and flank them. Like next turn, probably. So that's why it's kind of desirable. But no, we don't have to shut down these. I mean, I guess I could. Like if I charged him now, these guys would be in combat, and then these guys would move up, and then the following turn we could flank them. But before I do that, let me shoot these archers while I have the chance. Because I can't shoot them when they're in melee. Right, I need to get rid of this javelin. Javelin horse. He's getting shredded by missile fire. And he auto-breaks. Perfect. So that gets rid of him. This guy fragments, which is actually pretty sweet, because now I can charge him and maybe break him with a night charge. And then I charge into his noble cavalry and get an indecisive result. We have a big edge in that battle, though, so I think we can eventually win it. Yeah, because you can see, here's my knight versus his noble cavalry. It's 50-1 my favor. And we get a morale check, but he holds firm. You know what? I'm going to Yeah, I'm going to charge this guy so I can get the flank next turn. I think that's going to be, in the long run, that's going to be better off. And then these guys, if they want to, can tie down the wall. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we move this guy to here. And then I'm going to charge this guy. 11-18, we might lose on the charge. We're going to be at a disadvantage in the melee, but we have a flank lined up, which is going to save us. Good. Indecisive. That's exactly what we wanted. More or less. Let's send you up to shoot at these guys that are not feeling so well. Okay, looking good, looking good. Guys. Oh yes, King Henry. King Henry is looking over the battlefield. Things are looking really good. Believe it or not, we just need to get him to 40%. And things are well on their way to that. Let's go ahead and move you up just a skosh to here. Yeah, keep an eye on this guy. Yeah, that's one of his sub-generals, so we have to be a little cautious about him. Yeah, he's in a square formation right now, which is an interesting choice. I guess he's worried about getting flanked, which I guess I can't blame him considering. Let's move you up a little bit. Oh, no, 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 I thought that was the other unit. Never mind. Cancel. Don't do that. I thought that was this guy. No, you stay right there. Yeah, end turn. Yeah, this was a rough battle for the Welsh because this is not their favorite terrain, the wide open spaces. The Welsh are actually really dangerous in forest terrain and rough terrain, which they didn't get on this map. So I got really lucky on the map here. This is not their battle. I fought this campaign versus the Welsh before, and they were some of the hardest battles I ever fought. But then I had some really bad forested terrain. Held firm. Yeah, you can see the Welsh troops are actually pretty good morale-wise. They're passing a lot of their morale checks. See, hold firm, hold firm. They can be tough. Not that guy, though. He broke. That guy's not going to be able to hold on versus my knights much longer. That guy's fragmented. He's got 2 to 1. 2 to 1 on him. Uh-oh, we got a fragment there. Right. We're up to 27%. This is amazing. Okay, choices. What are we gonna do here? Abelard, good to see you. Good to see you. So the battle terrain will always be randomly generated. Yes, the maps are procedurally generated, exactly. I think there's a very strong bias because this campaign scenario is happening in Wales. There's a very strong bias to getting mountainous terrain. But that didn't really happen here. There's some low hills, but nothing really mountainous. But then, of course, we're in South Wales, not North Wales. Like, we fought the battle in North Wales last scenario, and we had these really high mountains. We have hills here, but not a lot of forests. And that's the lack of forest and marshes is bad for the Welsh. They really thrive in those terrains. But yeah, each map is for all... Not only the campaign, but also the random battles too. They're procedurally generated. Now, what do I do with my? I could either shoot you for 4 to 14 or charge you. Yeah, let's just charge. Let's send the mounted crossbow. Put your crossbows back. Take out your swords and charge. There you go. Oh, I forgot to shoot these guys first, though. That was a blunder. I should have shot these guys first. Now I don't have a target for my archers. There's literally no targets. Maybe a target will open up in just a minute here, though. Let's see if I can route this guy. Yeah, he breaks. That guy fragmented, so he's about to break. He breaks. Yeah, oh well, I wasted the opportunity. The archers. 42 to 2 there. All right, onward down the line. Let's see if we can break this guy. I want to see if we can cause any chain panicking. Nope, held firm. Disrupted, very good. 40 to 2. Indecisive. 49 to 1. Indecisive. Play a little conservative here. Yeah, this guy's in square formation anyways. Let me just go here. No, I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and move King Henry to here. Get ready to charge these Welsh longbowmen. And this should end the battle. Yeah, these guys are heavily surrounded now. So whoever makes the first charge here is now here's the exciting flank that I have set up. So he drops down to yellow and then breaks on a morale check. Oh dear. Now let's shut down these archers with a... Oh, that's going to be painful. I think we got to do it, though, because I don't want him shooting at me. Fortunately, we got a draw. That was lucky. Shoot at these guys to try to break them. Okay, let's do these nightly battles. 54-0. Holds firm. And 60-0. That's a disrupt. Excellent. Again, I kind of made a mistake. I should have shot these archers before I got into melee here. Missed out on some shooting opportunities. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys, try to give these guys a little help. I think that's everybody. Yeah, I'm not going to move these guys. Oh yeah, we could charge these archers. Not a bad idea. Hold firm. Right, now we got a big standoff here. Which is fine. We actually have broken him 43%. So unless he can somehow manage to rally, he will lose the battle at the end of his turn. So this has been a great battle for us, and I think it was all due to the flat open terrain. Very unusual for a Welsh battle. Very unusual. He's still continuing to do a lot of damage with those archers. It's a fallback, which is good. That's a stalemate. 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 But we're getting better casualty numbers. There's a disrupt. Oh, there's a morale check on me. Stalemate. And stalemate. But that should do it. He didn't rally, so this should be the end of the battle. In fact, yeah, we got another break. All right. Great for us. Literally no English routes whatsoever. That was like the perfect battle. Took 9% casualties, most of them from the longbow. And we inflicted a bunch of casualties on him.